What will make a man to be in a relationship with a lady for 10 years, and in the period of these 10 years they had a child together, but this man was not ready to settle down in marriage. And when this lady felt that she was okay with the relationship, she needed to settle down with a serious person. She moved on with her life, and this ex-lover turned around and ended her life. This is the story of Maria Onyeche Ali, a 31-year-old lady that was killed on Monday, May 23rd, 2022 in Cairo in Abuja. Maria and Benedict Ugwuoke were in a relationship, and 3 years into the relationship, Maria got pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl, thinking that Benedict was going to marry her. Weeks turned into months, months turned into years, but Benedict was still not coming up with marriage proposal, and Maria decided to move on with her life. She found love in the arm of another guy called Victor, and they were already making preparations for their marriage from December of 2022 when Benedict decided to show up and acted the way he did. Anytime Benedict accosted Maria, it was always with one fight that Maria should leave Victor and come back to him, which Maria was not ready to do because she had been with him for 10 years. If he had wanted to marry her, he would have done that within this 10 years. Not this time that she found another love, was already making preparation for her wedding, and Benedict was now telling her to leave Victor for him, which she was not going to do. And on Sunday, May 22, 2022, Ben went to Maria's house at number 10 Fatima Gold Estate in Maraba. And when Ben got there, he noticed that Maria's new love, called Victor, was in the house. Maria came outside to attend to Ben, and Ben was actually ordering Maria to ask Victor to leave the house that Maria belonged to him. Maria would not have that, but instead made sure that Ben did not get into the house. They started this argument outside, and we don't know what Ben did to her. Ben just lured her into his car and decided to threaten her. Ben brought out a gun and showed it to Maria and told Maria that if you did not leave Victor and come back to me, that he was going to kill her and kill Victor. This was too much emotional trauma and mental trauma for Maria, who didn't know what she was doing. And after this threat, Ben let Maria to go. The next day, being Monday, May 23rd, Ben went to Maria's house. I don't know how he did it. Maybe he got Maria on the street or he went to Maria's house, forced Maria into his car, and took Maria straight to his house. When they got to the house, and we don't know what he was telling Maria, but they had this heated argument. And in anger, Ben decided to hit Maria. Maria slumped, and Ben took Maria's phone and Maria's wristwatch, kept it in his house, put Maria in the car, and drove her straight to Nigeria Customs Services Hospital in Cairo and dumped her there. After dumping Maria at the hospital, he decided to give the hospital management fake information with fake phone number. Maybe when they started treatment on Maria, they found out that Maria's case was too critical and needed to refer her to another hospital. They needed to contact someone. Maria didn't have any phone on her, and they decided to go to the phone number that the stranger, they thought, that dropped Maria and called the number. Remember, the number was the wrong one. They didn't get anyone, and they let Maria to stay there until Maria died. Around 8 p.m. the same Monday, May 24th, Ben decided to call Maria's elder sister by name Cecilia and told them that Maria was in the hospital, that they should come. Cecilia was asking Ben, what happened? Why was Maria in the hospital? At least to know what she was going to the hospital to face. But Ben was just telling her that she should come, that Maria was there. And they had already been trying Maria's number since afternoon because after the threat on Sunday, Maria reported to them. So they were not giving her close contact. They were calling her since afternoon. Even Maria's new love, Victor, were calling her. Nobody got across to her. So when Ben called, they asked Cecilia to go to the hospital, at least to see what happened to Maria. When Cecilia got to the hospital, he found Maria, I guess, probably dead. He was now asking the doctor, what happened? When you commenced treatment and you knew that she needed to be referred to another hospital, why didn't you get across to the family member? And the doctor explained to them that she had no phone on her when she was brought to the hospital. And the number the stranger gave them, remember, he brought Maria to the hospital and he gave fake information. So according to them, they didn't know who he was. So they were referring to Ben as a stranger. That the stranger that brought Maria to the hospital gave them fake information. It was at this point that Cecilia knew that the stranger that the doctor was referring to was Ben. She couldn't hold it. She called her brother, who invited police, and Ben was arrested and taken to Caro police station where he was interrogated. During interrogation, Ben said that, oh, on that Monday that Maria had come to her house around 1 p.m. and she was complaining of dizziness and headache. So he gave her more drink and milk and paracetamol, which is acetaminophen, to soothe the headache. And at a point, she got better, but after a few minutes, she started acting strange, started vomiting before he brought her to the hospital. I think they would have tortured him before he now confessed and said yes, that Maria came to his residence around 1 p.m. and they started arguing, and he hit Maria and Maria collapsed, and he brought Maria to the hospital. And now they asked him, when you brought Maria to the hospital, why didn't you take Maria's phone? Why not leave her phone with her so that the doctor would have been able to get across to Maria, or with her phone get across to her family members? He said that when Maria collapsed, that he was rushing Maria to the hospital, that Maria's phone was on the chair and he was at the hospital. So actually the phone was not with him when he brought Maria to the hospital. And they still told him, when you dumped Maria in the hospital, why didn't you call the family members? He said, oh, it didn't occur to him that he needed to call the family members. That was why he didn't call this. At this point, they knew that Ben was hiding something. So on Tuesday, May 24, 2022, Cecilia and the police, they went straight to Ben's house, at least to see if they could see any evidence or any violence that happened there before Maria was taken to the hospital. But before they got there, they noticed that Ben's house had already been mopped clean. No stain of vomit that Ben said that Maria vomited, but all they found was rag that was used in cleaning the house and other evidences that the police gathered, at least to have something to lay hands on during prosecution. I think Ben is lying. He's hiding something. And by the time he faces the law, he's going to tell the judge what he knew about the death of this lady. This was a lady that gave birth for you. This was the lady you had for 10 years. If you had wanted to marry her, you would have married her before she decided to quit. She quit after 10 years. I think this is more than what Ben could explain, because I don't know why a man would decide to be so brutal to somebody you claim you love. You loved her for 10 years. You didn't want to marry her. So you wanted to keep her as a side chick. You didn't want her to have life. In 10 years, she had only one child, and she was only 31. So she needed to move on. Why kill her when she said no? Should have allowed her to go with Victor. If she loved you, she would have come back. And now, Ben still lied that Maria came to his house, whereas the eyewitness said Ben had to trick Maria into his car and whisk her away into his house before he decided to kill her. You took her to your house, you killed her, and now you lie because he knows he's going to face the wrath of the law. You lost everything. Even the child that they had is still with Maria's mother in Benue State. Now, no father, no mother to care for this child, just because a man was so, I wouldn't want to use some foul word, a man was so defocused not to go for what he wanted before it went to another man. And he decided to fight back, thereby having the case of murder in his hands. Do not forget to like our page, share a story, share your thoughts on this story, and stay subscribed so that whenever there's an update to this story, you'll be first to be notified.